Hello. Excuse me, but what I'm doing with this video effect is hiding a little bit. My hair's all wet and stringy, and so this softens things up a little. Okay, the journal. I'm still back in February, folks. This is February 24th, the fourth one of the day, Mayan day, 3 water, or offering, and it's called Prepping for Contact, Feeling the Energies. Um, some of you might enjoy some time going back, and since I give the date as well as the Mayan date, you can put these in order and see how they came through if you like. All right, well, I keep trying to lay down and rest a little, but the stuff just keeps flowing, so I'm experimenting with journaling through the pain. Pardon me for mentioning it, but it's real. It's a very real part of my journey. Okay, we're on a roll. Though I mentioned or introduced ETs in the last entry, I'm not leaping right into that. It was just a view ahead, and as I've not been used to getting very many of those, I thought I'd share it. There's groundwork that must be laid first, however, so if you're just fascinated with or want to talk ETs, this is not that. At least not just yet. Heck, how do I know what's coming, ho-ho? I've said enough about flowing to know that the real deal is a simple, I don't know. Hopefully, before we meet the ETs and the like, we begin to feel the energies, to become sensitive to more than just what people or beings are saying. That's the heart experience you feel, or that is available here anyway. It is something you sense. It doesn't really have anything to do with what I say, or not much. Yes, I know that may sound seriously strange, but I stand by it. As I've said somewhere else, you could actually turn the volume off and just watch one of these vids, and you'd still get the message, the energy. The message is truly not the words. I totally agree with Eckhart on that when he says that words are just pointers and signposts. It's really true. This is just taking it a bit farther. So, remember to drop down and center, and you'll be fine. Why do I keep saying that? Well, aside from the obvious, oft-repeated reason, it's because I feel your energy. I feel it when people begin to get uncomfortable, and I respond to that. Now, a little bit of discomfort is fine, but when it gets to a certain point, you go back into the head, and you can't really hear me from there. That's not where I'm coming from, and that's not where I'm speaking to either. The head is pretty well useless in these things. Oh, it's a useful companion, don't get me wrong. It just can't be allowed to drive, to run the show, or you won't get it, because the head doesn't, and it can't get this stuff, do you see? Remember the puppy analogy. Okay, anyway, you're probably still not with me if you haven't had any experience at all of feeling the energies, the vibrations as I call it. It is something you'll be in better contact with if you stay in heart as well. That is really where the master control station is, where the actual intersection point is across all dimensions and times, believe it or not. Being in heart is no small thing. It has a lot to offer. A whole entire kingdom, actually. So, as I said above, it is best to hone or increase our abilities to sense energies before directly tangling with other beings, be they otherworldly or other dimensional, as many of them are. It's kind of funny, in a way, all this SETI stuff, supposedly trying to connect with them. And they're right here, occupying the same space with us, a lot of them, but in other dimensions. That light years away thing is a very, very 3D approach to things, and it's not very functional anyway. But back to feeling the energies. May I invite all into heart? That's where it's best done, you know. Better than that, that's where you can best begin to trust your intuitions. Your center space cannot be messed with, not like the rest of our self. It is sacred, divine. At least that's what's in there, what's available there, or here. I don't really know about all those other races of beings that exist, what they have that is a corollary for heart. Maybe they have something, maybe they don't. Unknown. Just like us, though, they have their good guys and their bad guys. Things are really not so different along those lines in many races. Why would they be? I suppose there are some, or there are many, who are wholly ascended up into the higher dimensions, where no shade or shadow of evil exists. Dunno. The thing is, these are less likely to be the ones wanting to contact us. We're a pretty low form of life compared to that right now. No, let me rephrase. We're in a pretty low state compared to that. Much better. Whew. One place where evil can absolutely not enter, not set one pinky finger down, is in heart. Yeah, I know some get tired of hearing me say this. Just remember, friend, you are not the only listener, and be willing to come along with your brother or sister who may be coming along a little slower, okay? There's no impatience in heart either. So, there we go. Have a great day.